Tonight, promising signs of progress when it comes to support for students and their mental health in schools around the state.
But school leaders say more still needs to be done. News 4 Tucson's Angelique Lazardi is live at TUSD headquarters with the latest on a new report on student to counselor ratios for the 2020-2021 school year. Angelique.
Yes, well, good evening, Sean and Amanda. Well, earlier today, I spoke with district officials and one parent within the Tucson Unified School District who tell me having access to counselors is paramount for students, especially during this pandemic.
We can't expect children to be successful if we don't give them every tool that we possibly can.
Despite lowering the student to counselor ratio from 905 to 1 to the new ratio of 716 to 1, Superintendent of Public Instruction Kathy Hoffman says Arizona still far exceeds the recommended standard, which is 250 to 1. TUSD officials say right now it's challenging to reach that ratio and provide services to students due to staffing issues and the lack of funding.
We would love to be able to have ratios as low as 250 students per one counselor. That would be so wonderful. But we don't even have those at our high schools where we have 4 counselors, but they're dealing with, an entire freshman class or sophomore class of 800 students.
In a statement, Superintendent of Public Instruction Kathy Hoffman said, quote, "Over the past 2 school years, the mental health needs of our students have risen to the forefront of my conversations with teachers, parents, and even lawmakers. With all the challenges imposed on us by the pandemic, I've heard clearly that the services offered by our public schools are critical to student well-being."
We've really been lucky and we've been able to take advantage of that resource.
Laura Sagerman says her daughter is fortunate to meet with a counselor each week to keep her on track.
It's so useful because the counselor can talk to the teacher. She can sit into the classes. She really knows what's going on in the school, and that's where a lot of issues happen. And so it is vital to have someone like that in the school.
Now, the Arizona Department of Education says that right now their main objective is focusing on students' mental health. They really want to make sure that there are counselors available, school psychologists, in order to help these students, including their families. We're live at TUSD headquarters. I'm Angelique Lazardi, News 4 Tucson.